thumbnail goddess Nazca, here with Trucker Man. We're reacting to
Mr. Beast jump scare?
Mr. Beast jump scare.
Okay, the drama going on this week. Apparently, he's trying to sell this weird AI tool, and he pissed off the whole internet trying to do it.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, make an AI thumbnail.
Oh, yeah, because why would you buy something that's free, right?
Yeah, if y'all haven't noticed, I've been playing around with GDP, making
GPT.
It's hard to say that fast.
GPT.
Making thumbnails lately, so... And the reason why I got this idea is because I saw this and I thought, I'm going to try out ChatGPT and see how it works. I am going to say that wrong every time. Alright, let's get it.
I know, especially because our thumbnails are pretty, weird looking. At least this way, are the thumbnails that you've been making now been, not so blurry now?
No. They haven't been they're not blurry because, yeah, they're made through the...
They're made to be at the correct size all the time, versus when we try to sit there and make our own, it's hard to get the right size of a picture or something.
While making it blurry.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Big trouble right now. Basically, Mr. Beast has just released a new AI thumbnail tool, which is getting a ton of backlash. YouTuber Point Crow is beefing with Mr. Beast, along with Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM, Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, and basically tons of YouTubers and viewers.
Jacksepticeye fucking hates Mr. Beast. And you'll probably get into it in the video.
Are really mad at him for
Why?
essentially trying to ruin the website while profiting off of it. It seems this tool also cost
$80 a month, and that's the popular plan. And read the part here at the bottom if you can see about the thing.
Okay,
100 AI credits. Pay attention to that.
What does that mean?
Pay attention to that number. It'll come back to you.
$80 per month to use. Now, as I'm recording this video, Mr. Beast actually ended up deleting all of his tweets because of the backlash, and he also posted a response to the situation, which we'll be checking out. But anyways, subscribe so we can save YouTube from the AI slop. And let's begin with Mr. Beast's announcement tweet. View Stats just dropped AI thumbnails, and it takes the guesswork out of what thumbnails will perform. Just prompt what you're looking for, and it will generate a data-backed viral thumbnail.
Smiley face. But I gotta make a point here. Okay, so ChatGPT has their thumbnail thing for free.
Well, I wouldn't call it a thought. It's just an image maker.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
But you could say make it in the size of a YouTube thumbnail, and I put the size of a YouTube thumbnail in it just to make in the prompt.
Okay, so this is he's trying to make money off of something that's readily free. That's I wanted to say. you know what else is stupid?
What?
Buying water.
Yeah, but at least...
Because water is supposed to be readily free. I'm sorry, I just realized how dumb. Okay, I was like the Lorax buying air.
Yeah.
So here's the video announcement.
There's a new way to make professional-looking viral thumbnails with zero photos.
I'm convinced he's AI at this point. He's got that Mark Zuckerberg look to him.
Or he's alien.
Probably.
Aliens. The aliens are here.
Experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail.
Yeah, what a wonderful idea. Let's just
Hello, Loco. What do you think about buying a AI image creator for $80? Oh my god, I just realized that's the price of a video game now.
Wait, you start seeing AI made video games again.
Oh, how does that not happen?
Oh, you didn't hear about the anime that came out that was already made by AI? Yeah, that came out spring.
I want to do that though.
But yeah.
Was it at least good?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything since. But basically the point is...
What are you doing over there?
cooking,
Listen-
beauty,
listen to what he
this
said
works
before
for
we-
all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail.
Yeah, what a wonderful idea.
Okay.
Let's just fucking steal people's thumbnails with AI. Literally, let's just drag and drop your face on other people's hard work. Now, if you didn't know, people
Oh,
obviously spend
okay.
anywhere from hours to months thinking of the perfect thumbnail and designing it. They literally hire specific people for this. Mr. Beast also used to do this, apparently. I don't know if he still does with this AI tool. It just seems the greed has gone so far that he does not give a single shit anymore.
And also, he used to bitch about people stealing his thumbnails. You know, all the
Point.
Mr. Beast clones that have come out in the last years.
Why is why? Good question.
Let's just infect this website, which is called YouTube, with AI generated slop. Dude, I knew this guy was.
Yeah.
I hate this. Break it to you, Morepegasus. That's kind of already been happening.
Oh yeah, I love the Donald Trump.
Not even the Donald Trump, the dumb, like, I'm pretty sure they come out of India, those weird AI videos of the puppies and shit.
Oh, dude, did you hear? Did we react to this video, or is it something I watched on my own, or something? Did you hear about the AI doody doo, or I don't know what it was, but it was actually just a bunch of Indians and not AI at all.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Cooked when he partnered with Logan Paul, bro. No moral person
remember what it's
actually partners
called.
with Logan Paul.
True. No moral person ever works with Logan Paul ever.
Plans how it works.
Why is he?
This
even
is the
still
home of the
here?
AI tool where you can type in any channel on
Luffy, and Luffy.
See how...
Oh, he's using Jacksepticeye's. Ooh.
I don't know. Oh, Moist critical too on this.
That's more criticals.
Yeah.
Huh.
all of YouTube, and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're Mr.
Okay.
Beast. You would just type in Mr. Beast here.
Oh.
Now
Look at the price. You didn't see the coin.
Gap.
I got back it up for just a second.
That's his
you would
Look at that. See with the
coin.
credit text to image React face swap 10 credits. So this $80 a month is not even, it's limited.
So you still have to make fucking microtransactions.
They made AI microtransaction. How the fuck do you do that?
So yeah, this is pretty scummy.
just type in Mr. Beast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano.
But wait, something I'm confused about. Okay, he was so against this. Why is he now for this?
AI Lord of the Rings. Because he wants that bank. He wants that money.
So he's fine with selling his soul, basically.
He
now.
sold his soul a long time ago. Let's be real.
volcano.
Did he used
Right,
to
so
give out
basically
money?
goodbye to any
He still
thumbnail
does.
artist, anybody.
Why are you trying to make money if you'll still give out money? You're running out of money to give out and you still want to be popular, I guess, so you need to make more money to give out more money? This is a vicious cycle of dumb.
Yeah.
Who made a career out of this stuff or spent years learning the skill, I guess you can just go put the fries in the bag. I mean, don't get me wrong, I knew this sort of AI shit was coming, but I expect
Coming, it's already here.
It's already came all over our faces.
Yeah, we all noticed the thumbnail I made for this live stream was made by AI.
Yeah.
But then also the point, I know I'm not gonna get shit for this, but it's going. I don't mind using AI art for like thumbnail work because shit like that. I don't have $200 to pay someone to make me a thumbnail to use once or twice.
Oh, speaking of which, if you wanted to know, our intro is actually a commission.
That one, like, I'll commission something like for that because the animation until
And all of our little, what are those things called?
emotes.
Emotes. All of our emotes are also commissioned, and obviously my VTuber is commissioned.
But
We're just using the AI for the thumbnails now because I've been noticing we've been getting some moves about how, like I said, every time we try making our own thumbnail, it's hard to get the size and stuff. And this one here is only like pasting the original and then sticking a thing on it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between that and using AI to make the thumbnail?
Yeah. At least it looks
to
better.
come from the degenerate,
more
soulless
unique.
companies trying to maximize their profit at any cost. I didn't actually expect it to be launched by the #1 YouTube creator, someone who's supposed to be for the people and tries to act
For the
relatable to
people.
everybody as if he loves the YouTube community. And obviously you guys know
Right.
that I've defended Mr. Beast in the past multiple times, and I've criticized him multiple times when he deserved it. We had the entire saga, and this is another one of those times where it is absolutely justified. It is just so sad to see, because now I know that you guys only have a couple more years to enjoy my content or anybody else you actually like, because this is the future now.
I don't think it's going to replace content creators. I mean, yes, you can argue Neural Sama, but that's a different...
Neurosama's a special case because she's an AI. Of course, thinking about it, she's like super popular.
But at the same time, she built, you know, Virgil built that from the ground up on his own based off people chatting to him, and you had to put some filters on it because people spam the M word.
Right. I mean, he's not okay. Like what was that one guy who?
Quibble cops.
Quibble.
Quibble cops.
Quabble.
Yeah.
Quibble.
Quibble cops.
He just completely is like, oh, AI, I'm out, and just let it do.
And wonder why his YouTube channel's been dying the last few months.
At least Nero is actually I guess, intelligent.
They
kind of-
put a personality behind it versus, say, Quibble cops. Yeah.
Now, everything will just be AI slop, not just the thumbnail, but the voice in the video and everything. And of course,
No, I don't think that's... Why did I pause it on that one?
I don't know, crying boy.
All I can think is the meat cannon.
Oh yeah, the meat cannon where he brought he couched out his eyes because all he could see was Mr. Beast.
But yeah, I don't think it's going to replace YouTube creators. I mean, yeah, we have a shit ton of AI channels popping up, but...
Okay. Here's an example. Okay, so a random AI slop cartoon versus the heart and soul and hilarity of a meat cannon.
Yeah, the problem I'm worried about is when you start getting perfect AI.
That's when you gotta be worried. Yeah.
Oh, someone on Kick...
You-
Is that the person who followed us the other day?
Toadie's Pro. No, I think you're new. Hi.
this guy with the AI creepy ass expression on all of his thumbnails is the one leading forward this
Yep.
charge. Not to mention he's charging people $80 a month to use this tool, so obviously he's trying to
Ridiculous.
profit off of it as much as possible. Now, it turns out he literally didn't even
Man, no. People are up in arms about $80 for a video game. Why would anyone want to spend $80 for an AI little doobity-doo, whatever it's called?
ChatGPT's been doing this for, like, I've been using the free version. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if it's got a limit on it yet, because I haven't hit it if it does.
On how many you can make in
I know
a day.
there's, like, some things, like, you can't do sexual stuff. I try to make it Johnny
That's
Simon.
the only downside.
Unless you pay for the premium, I bet. I tried to do a Johnny Simani and Hank scene, but it
Oh
went
yeah, that wasn't even sexual. You were just trying to make them recreate the
Scene.
Jack and
Rose.
Rose scene from Titanic.
I was trying to do that, it wouldn't let me do it. I thought that would be funny as hell.
get permission from the creators he featured there, and you'll see later on Twitter a bunch of
Oh yeah, the other thing, all the creators he had showing off advertising this, that he didn't get permission to use their...
No wonder why Jack hates him.
people are mad at him for using their logo to promote AI,
Who's the
including
Luffy?
Jacksepticeye, who was absolutely pissed. Then he gives
what
a
the actual
demonstration of the
fuck?
drag and drop thing.
You really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it. Don't worry, we have this face swap tool that you can click. I'll
18
18. That was changed. They were all 10 a minute ago.
upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face, okay? I'm now gonna hit face swap, and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically.
Wow, thank you, Jimmy. So what you're
Okay.
telling me is that instead of being a scumbag and just photoshopping my face on someone else's thumbnail,
To be fair, I've been doing that, but
I'm just gonna do it with the drag and drop. I'm gonna do it in a single click instead of actually going through the effort to steal somebody's content. Congratulations.
To be fair, cropping a face and putting it on a thing is a pain in the butt.
but you're also face swapping too.
You just made stealing 100 times easier. What an absolutely horrific idea. Not to mention these AI thumbnails that he's generating is based on every other thumbnail on YouTube. How the hell do you think AI trains itself? It obviously studies everybody else's thumbnails that these other people have made themselves, or these people have paid other people to make, and then it uses it as inspiration or whatever, which is bullshit in the case of AI because it's basically just stealing and saying, okay, my AI thought of it. So it's literally out there training on your thumbnails, using your hard work, and then passing it off as its own. Anyways, let's just go to Twitter and look at every...
I think there's a big difference between outright just completely copying someone else's thumbnail and putting your face on it, even though I swear
Well, I try to I don't put our face. Hey. I'm not doing anything any other React channels haven't been doing, okay?
Yes, but at least now that you're doing, we have our own, like, unique style now, I guess.
Yeah, and our Twitter is gonna hate Mr. Beast because our Twitter's been going crazy, and I think
Who?
the art people on Twitter.
Oh, art Twitter. I thought you were saying our Twitter. What
No, like I don't want to post any more of the thumbnails I've been making on Twitter just because I'm afraid people are gonna lose their shit on it. But
because the AI art and junk.
like, remember Virginia Jitsu got shit because
Oh yeah,
she reposted something that someone made it was AI,
point.
which I think was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're taking this art and selling it. We're
That's
just using it for a thumbnail.
Like today when we went to that little mini anime convention, if you're putting like AI art on a poster and selling it, I think that's shitty.
Unless you're China.
everybody's reactions. It is absolute chaos right now. So let's start with Point Crow. He's a YouTuber and streamer. Putting this here and logging off. What a piece of work. And he's put Mr. Beast's tweet. And then he's attached this. This is their most popular plan. Pro plus AI, $80 a month. Our full suit now includes AI thumbnail generation and more, perfect for all creators. Except those who don't have $80 a month to shill for this. Everything in Pro Plus. 1,000 AI credits per month.
Worse than
Generate
buying a
viral
video
thumbnails.
game.
Thumbnail style to any channel. Face swap, yes! Put yourself in any thumbnail. Recreate your favorite thumbnails. Get the perfect thumbnail with AI editing. Access to Discord with a bunch of other degenerates.
Why?
Here's some of the responses. Not bad. $80 a month isn't terrible.
What? You're delusional. I would not, dude.
Bot. I'm gonna say that's a bot.
No, he's got to check. He's supposed to be verified.
But my degree is about to be a woolly.
But my art degree about woolly mammoths is gonna help me pay AI. It's taking art. I took jobs. Oh, when is South Park coming?
Next month.
Yeah. Hello, welcome. I am not gonna even try to say your name. I'm gonna just call you 124.
124.
Z124. Zapatuta.
We tried.
Zapuka.
Mr. Beast, one of, if not the richest content creators on Earth, is making a profit off stealing artwork from every other creator. When is it enough, Jimmy? Perfect for all creators, except, you know, all the ones you're stealing art from. $80 a month for the worst slop you've ever seen. By the way, we need to like clarify. Slop is different from AI slop.
Like, this is the shit that's been affecting YouTube, and it looks so stupid. The puppy.
At least on the bright side, they try being creative.
12 million.
It.
Lovely Mermaid was helped by a human.
God, we watched that. That was retarded.
Why does this have 12 million views?
I don't know. It's because the little kids are watching it.
What the fuck is that?
Is that?
Oh, I wonder what. What?
What I make is passionate slop that I'm obviously very, genuine.
Slop.
I have a lot of personality in my videos. You know, the SpongeBob memes or whatever. This isn't, none of this shit is AI generated,
Okay,
dog.
AI is funny for memes. I will say that.
Because it's one of those things that's so bad it's funny.
Alright, so make sure to say AI slop when you refer to this bullshit, okay? I don't want to get lumped in with this absolute nonsense. So anyways, Point Crow continues. He attaches this tweet by Mr. Beast. The largest channel in Russia just takes my thumbnails and photoshops his face.
Sheesh.
Oh, what's that called? Hypocrisy.
It's on
I cannot
mine.
talk today.
Interesting,
Hippopotamus.
Jimmy. So this was a tweet from 2021, and you can say, oh, his opinions changed or whatever. But obviously, he was mad that people were stealing his thumbnails, and now he wants to do it to every creator on YouTube. Point Crow points out.
Not only does he want to do that,
He wants to share the theft, and he's also throwing himself more under the bus with that. So, yeah.
So Mr. Beast gets to.
Yeah, cause versus full name Prince. That's a good one, Look. Okay, no, we have my cousin has a pit bull named Sweetums.
And they live in an apartment. Figure that out.
Complain about channels stealing his thumbnails, then turn around and makes a tool that does the same thing but cheaper and faster. He promotes his new AI tool in a video on the site, saying that it can copy any channel style of thumbnails for YouTube videos.
A Disney wig.
I was gonna go One Piece character.
Yeah, I like to describe my laughter as a One Piece character, especially when I really get going.
And even edit it so that your face is in it instead of the original creators. He initially states it so that it can be used for inspiration, but then continues on and notes that this will literally be the way you generate your thumbnails going forward.
Even
I
better.
spend days, weeks, sometimes months thinking of thumbnails, working with artists to craft the perfect one, and you've made something that can.
I think Tectone reacted to this video and he brought up a point that he's known people who was paid like $500 per thumbnail to make a thumbnail. But you gotta be making like millions of views per thumbnail.
Sheesh.
I
Yeah, that's.
I have no, like, because we're doing this, so. But
Uh-huh.
I don't. For thumbnails, if you're using AI, especially if you're starting starting out like we are, we don't have $100 per video to make a thumbnail. Especially if I've been trying to upload 2 videos a day, so 2 videos a day, plus let's just say 4 live streams a week.
I mean, we barely can break 100. I swear.
So
I mean, we're just relying on your normal day job.
and we're not like oh pity us. I mean, I know we're small, so I'm not trying to sound like that, but I'm just pointing out that we don't have the money to pay thumbnail artists every video.
Steal my and my artist's hard work without a thought. Your model is clearly trained on all our thumbnails and uses them without any creator's permission and makes it not only easy, but it attempts to make this socially acceptable too. Way to take out the creator and content creator and the fun that comes from thinking of new ideas. Majorly F this. If there's any class action lawsuit, count me in. I'm so done with this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, never doubt Pegasus again. What did I say? What did I say? All right, Pegasus is never wrong. I'm telling you, I don't actually clickbait. It's a future prediction, dog. Here we got a Twitter genius. Interesting perspective, but there are valid uses for AI tools too. Okay, nobody's debating that, bro. We're talking about this specific use.
Yes.
It's wild that Mr. Beast clearly forgot what it was like being a small YouTuber or human being while trying daily to brag about being philanthropic. Man is actively in support of something that can replace him, let alone every creator, and do mad harm. Just wild. I'm not even a Mr. Beast hater, but the hypocrisy here is outstanding. You should be. Watch the goddamn saga. Now, I know the immediate response is, Pegasus, why are you complaining? Your thumbnails are just, it's over. Well, first off, I'm allowed to care about people other than myself. I'm allowed to feel for other people. I have some iDubbbz in me, you know. So
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, everyone uses it, but I guess it depends on how you use it and like what you do with it. Hello. It was better when YouTubers had animation intros, especially the MC ones,
Yeah.
main character ones. Oh, we are getting a YouTube intro thingy done. We're working on a commission.
Well, that's our stringer, so when we switch from scene to scene, and I could use it for YouTube videos too.
I thought you said that was gonna be like when we start our YouTube video, we have that play.
I don't know. I'll show you to you. When we,
All right.
it would. Wait a
And
minute.
see, I'm at Minecraft. Oh. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Mr. Beast in trouble for hiring A guy who is not allowed to be near.
Oh, that was a year ago. Why do I feel like that was like a decade ago? But that was only like last year that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was last year when all that shit broke.
Some empathy, of course. And this will eventually affect me as well, because if AI continues to go where it's going, they will eventually replace my voice in my video.
Yeah, but you can't stop progress like that. I think that genie's been let out of the bottle, and I don't think it's going to replace people who have passion behind it.
I don't know. If AI starts learning more about emotions and stuff, like, so weird to say, back when I was messing with my thingy, I could visibly notice that the AI was starting to, like, sound different and sound more realistic.
Yeah, but people, a YouTuber has passion for what they're doing. I don't think AI is gonna. It's gonna be harder for them to break out, but I don't think it's gonna.
I don't know, man. I don't know. AI is getting really
You'll
good
get
with
AI
emotion.
generated SpongeBob memes, and you won't have any passion in the goddamn videos.
Ugh.
One of the most common compliments I get on my channel is how authentic I am in my videos, or like something about humor or something like that. And it's basically because I have a lot of passion in my videos, which makes me stand out from the other creators, so to speak. And it's just sad that authenticity is getting launched out of the window now. So yeah, forgive me if I'm just concerned about my community or whatever. Now, Mr. Beast tweets about one of his videos, and Point Crow responds again. This you? Are you gonna say anything or just delete your tweet and profit off of stealing other creators' work and with their new view stats AI slop tool? Then he continues the tweet in question and the pricing structure on the site. Are you serious, dude? Right, so I never got...
Dude, I get mad at just having anything that's something that's pay a month for.
Yeah.
$80. That's $80 a month. I don't even want to pay that for Netflix.
You only want. Oh, like nobody's paying that for Netflix.
Okay, I don't mean like that price, but I mean I'm saying I don't want to pay a thing for Netflix.
And also, this tool is meant for smaller YouTubers. Smaller, starting out YouTubers.
No one can afford that. You're
they
right.
can't afford that. The fucking YouTube break.
The YouTube break.
No, the chat.
If Rosa did.
Yeah, I'll pop it out over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, stream almost shit the bed again.
That's why I told you I always like having all the chats popped out. I don't trust it. Star Wars does erase their memories every month.
Did Twitch just...
I told you I don't trust it.
Fuck. Sorry, technical difficulties. God damn it.
Did Twitch crash?
Anybody in Twitch, can you refresh your... okay, just keep... Here,
I'll keep going. Yeah.
This that Mr. Beast claims this is like for small creators or whatever who can't afford to hire thumbnail artists like him, right? Like a giant team. Brother, it's $80 a month. That is not affordable at all. Not that anybody should buy this garbage at all. This will 100% ruin YouTube. You might think, okay, it's helping my process right now, but the consequences of this long term are going to be astronomical. Now we got to move on to some responses from legends like Jacksepticeye saying, what the actual F? And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into, FAI. And this was a drama alert tweet talking about Mr. B's view stat promotion. And interestingly enough, it got deleted and then they pinned a tweet talking about Mr. B's response, which we'll check out later. So I don't know if Mr. Beast like messaged drama alert to do covering PR for him, but that's very weird how it got deleted. But yeah, anyways, back to Jacksepticeye's tweet. I gotta agree, man. The soul is just being sucked out of YouTube. It is no longer a bunch of creators just expressing their opinions online. It's a bunch of corporate losers hiring 5,000 people to just drown out.
This stuff existed before AI with like the ElsaGate incident.
Yeah, ElsaGate, you could argue was ElsaGate. It's still going. I'll argue that.
And now they can pump it out more with AI. Yes, you got sunburnt. Good job.
Damn. But yeah, no, I think Jack's problem with Mr. Beast, he's taking something, because when they all started back in the day, Jack, Mark, PewDiePie, they started like, they did it for a hobby. It wasn't something they did for fun.
Oh yeah, I
Or
love
they-
like the old Jack, how he would try to sound, I guess, English?
Or American.
Okay, yeah, American. And hid his Irish accent and
And
stuff.
now everything's got to be corporatized. Everything's got to be about, getting the most views, how many subscribers you got. It's just,
everything else. And now it's even worse because they're not even hiring those people, or at least giving them jobs. They're making them AI machines. And they're just trying to make as much money as humanly possible. Now, I have a lot of respect for Jack. He's the absolute GOAT. Only legends remember the green hair Jack.
I'll beat you this. I want to say Morse Critical, Morepegasus. I remember back in the day when he had that weird hat he always wore all the time.
Yeah.
That weird, I forget what they call it.
It was an Irish hat, I'm just
Yeah,
going to say.
the Irish hat. I remember those days, okay?
And playing the Happy Wheels.
The old Happy Wheels, or what was the one where you had to burn shit?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Something.
Era. And I just gotta clarify my stance here. I think using AI
Nights
to
at Freddy's
complement
too.
humans is completely fine. But if it's just replacing humans and creativity in general, that is just
You're not going to stop that. That's the only problem.
It's too late. I'm looking. We're getting closer and closer to AI robot, or what was this movie called?
iRobot.
iRobot.
And you realize that took place in 2035.
Oh, it did. This movie's timeline.
Yeah, the timeline. It was
You know
in-
that they're already like in some places deploying robot like security guards and junk, right? Police officers.
Yeah. Those little boss.
flipping
those
sad,
dolls,
man. And
whatever.
it makes me worried,
No,
not
not
gonna lie,
those.
because, I'm like the
humanoid.
most optimistic person alive if you know me IRL. And even then, it feels really tough to have a good outlook on this. Now, if you guys actually remember, Jacksepticeye called
yeah,
him out
this.
before. You warned us, and now everything is coming to light.
Do you like Mr. Beast? No. Jack. Oh! Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun. You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You think you had fun riding on yachts?
Right, so obviously he didn't exactly predict this AI
You
type
had
of
fun,
slot,
right?
but he
you had fun riding on yachts.
he had a general idea of where this was going. Mr. Beast was just sort of making it
Cats and
way
dog,
too
woman
corporate
hybrids.
and making it impossible
Ooh.
for solo creators to actually
There you
compete.
go.
Essentially, YouTube became more about algorithm optimization than just a guy in his room
Nickelodeon.
talking into the mic. And that's kind of why a lot of people like my channel as well, because it's one of the last remaining parts of OG YouTube. It's very simple,
Oh, it
no
is?
crazy fancy editing, just enough to entertain you guys. And it's
Like us. Except we have a VTuber and doing it live.
We're not really a part. Dude, we're new. What are you talking about?
It's essentially what YouTube was meant to be. A guy like sitting in his room, talking into a mic, giving his opinions online, and it's a pretty like nice community here. Now even that is being ruined by the annoying bots in the comments, which are
Warning,
impossible to get
video
rid
is
of, by the
better
way.
than
I've
the-
banned like 200 of them, but there's just like
Dude, you're not going to get rid of the bots on YouTube or Twitter or... Hell, we just got one pop up on Twitch, or every now and then we get one pop up on Kick. You're not getting rid of that.
Bots for life. Bots are love.
an infinite amount every single video and they just multiply. And obviously YouTube can't do the bare minimum and fix such an easy thing. Instead they gotta do dumb shit like remove dislikes or whatever. Complete joke.
Yeah.
Anyways, this drama got so crazy that even the legend Dan TDM responded saying depressing. He made a
Depressing.
separate tweet about it saying, using AI in creativity makes zero sense to me. People who use it to replace creatives don't have a creative bone in their body. Learn to make something yourself and be proud of it.
I think the main issue when it comes to doing AI is you don't have the time and money.
Well,
You
yeah.
know?
Also, another factor is like, I've been making a shit ton of like thumbnails. That took me what, 5 minutes to make?
Uh-huh.
Especially if something got messed up, like, hey, correct this part.
Right.
And I get it done in like 5 minutes versus like an artist who might take a week to a month to make one thumbnail.
And the video's already out and stuff. Because you're not going to know right away what you want for your thumbnail until, like, when you have your video being worked on and junk, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
AI. Dan swearing is absolutely peak. That's when you know it's serious. You know it's bad when Dan TDM tweets about drama because this guy is known to never involve himself in drama ever, except for the one time, obviously, if you joined
oh
before.
yeah, the Dan TDM was the guy that tweeted about Lunchly and made KSI crash out for like 2 months. He only made one tweet and didn't respond back to him.
I mean, like, again, this isn't really creative, too, so... Just
Or the
slap his
Hassan
face in the
series, you would
text,
know that
so
I had a
yeah.
series on the Three Stooges of YouTube: Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI. And Dan TDM was this absolute legend during the KSI saga,
so
who
dumb,
single-handedly
Lunchley.
triggered KSI into the stratosphere for 2 whole months over one tweet about Lunchly. But yeah, I completely agree with Dan here. Using AI in creativity is such a spit in the face to everybody who actually worked hard to come up with ideas themselves. So
I want to disagree with Morepegasus here. I think the main issue with the AI thumbnail is how Mr. Beast is implicating it, where it's just literally just taking someone else's image, putting your face on it. But if you're going to do like what Truckerman here's been doing, where he makes a poll prompt, he uses my character model, and then like takes, like writes a little thing with it, and it spits out something, that's kind of creative in its own right, because you have to like actually make something, you know? You have to actually tell the AI what to make.
And oh yeah, here's another factor. Kirsten's been having this problem too, where some artists won't work for her because everybody calls her a Nazi or she's more conservative leaning, and the artists don't want to work with her anymore. Well, okay, well I'll just go to my laptop, go to ChatGPT, and knock something out in 5 minutes.
That's a good point. When people blacklist you like that because certain people in certain cliques and junk.
Which most artists tend to be more liberal, left-leaning. Not all of them, or some just like they're politically neutral and don't care.
Right.
we got some classic idiots defending this. You think AI killed creativity? Nah, it found the ones you buried under not good enough and gave them a voice that doesn't wait for permission. You mean stealing? Like not asking for permission?
I also feel like a lot of the anti-AI stuff on Twitter is like forced. It's virtue signaling.
Yeah. I mean, people, like I said, you're sitting here talking about creativity. Your thumbnail is just the picture of someone, which, again, you could argue is stealing in its own
And
right.
the thumbnail is
just
to get
words.
and also the thumbnail is just to get someone in. It's not the whole video.
Exactly. It's not like the AI. Even then, I'd argue that some of that AI creative slop is. At least it's following a script.
It's brainworm. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, it's like when you have a song stuck in your head.
Oh yeah. God, if Ren and Stimpy when it came out today.
Oh, you're right. But it does. Yeah, it is. In a sense, AI is just taking existing art that's on there and then warping it into something else.
Before you use other people's work. This isn't the death of art, it's the funeral of gatekeeping. Because while you were busy guarding the throne, the Forgotten Ones learned to code fire. Now they're painting with thunder. Did this guy use AI for this, bro? Bro actually responded with ChatGPT. You can't be serious. You don't fear AI, you fear the silence after the crowd realizes they never needed you to begin with. Did AI write that for you? Look, I could instantly tell that shit was AI because it was so flippin' bad, bro. Another common Dan TDM W. Anyways, let's move on to Mudahar's response from Some Ordinary Gamers. AI thumbnails promoted from the biggest creator on the platform. What a joke. Quit complaining about everything, especially AI. Dude, why are there so many idiots on Twitter? So anyways, Muda also made a video about
That's
it.
Twitter,
and
that's
in this
why.
part, he talks about how he actually paid for thumbnail art. And
My job, Matthias. What's a job?
Now,
Yeah.
essentially, people will
What you're
get to
doing right
use
now.
that style
Yeah.
for free.
Mr. Beast is just straight up scraping for other thumbnails. Okay, all of the other YouTubers that are putting in effort, even hiring thumbnail artists, they're the ones that are getting screwed over the most, right? But the few times that I've done it, one of them came from a good friend of mine, Novika, or Imaru. You might know him from like the My Immortal readings. He has a really good thing going where he's an artist, right? He draws a lot of art for the Sonic community, Sonic, content creators, and he's had an art style that he's put together years into developing. Like, he made one thumbnail art for me years ago. Now imagine if a tool like this just scrapes my channel for his art style. They're not really just stealing from me, they're also stealing from the actual human being that I hired to do this artistic work.
Honestly, that's a really good point, because when you train your AI using all of this data is being generated by people with tons of hours of hard work, right? And potentially people like paying other people to do this work. So instead of
But here's another idea. Yeah.
It's me. I'm just playing around. Make
Go
sure.
bing win. If you're putting your own work in there to be manipulated and changed, is that really stealing then?
Like how I put your V2 model into the ChatGPT to make something out of it.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay. If you want to sit here and complain, then you need to complain also to artists who draw characters that already exist.
Like fan art.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Because I'm staring at an Albedo
desk
mat. It's clearly been made. It's not from the original creator. In a sense, you're stealing their image, I guess, even though if you're taking that character and drawing it in something unique and junk, you don't own that character.
Oh, well, we're not against if you make any fan art of us either. We don't.
Yeah, like if you wanted to draw my character, whatever, that's out there, it gets to the point when what's unique anymore? Everything's been done, pretty much. That's why it's like sometimes when I watch an anime, it's like, oh, that character kind of reminds me of another character from another show, and or the story, and junk like that. There's a lot of fine lines and stuff,
just taking somebody's work, which is illegal, you're finding a go-around and putting it into your AI machine to churn it out into something else. It's like taking somebody's homework and changing a couple words. And it is
Wait,
such...
I gotta ask a question. Was he saying that group of people and then the drawn version of it was stealing?
Maybe.
Because no, that's dumb. That would be no different than when you have someone standing in front of you and you draw them, right?
Yeah. I don't.
That
a
was dumb,
slippery slope,
if
and I
that's
feel
the
like Mr.
case.
Beast will only understand this when somebody starts taking his voice and his face and making identical videos to him, beating him out using AI. And if you
that
think
giant
that's not going to
lollipop.
happen, you're completely mistaken, because that's the direction we're headed, into complete dystopian shit. Then he talks about Mr. Beast's general mindset.
Because it seems like for him, content creation is more like speed running your way to actually getting virality. Now, I have seen jizz moppers with more soul in their eyes than Mr. Beast when talking about, I guess, his brand, if you will, content creation. Obviously, this image to me seems pretty AI generated, and obviously if it works for Beast and he's trained it off of his own content, I guess that's totally fine.
See,
Obviously,
yeah,
it must work for shorts. Clearly, the world's largest YouTuber knows a thing or two about virality. But the problem with this is he's created a piece of content, he's created this like system that is completely okay with inspiring itself from other people's channels, right?
Yeah, so one thing that was very apparent when I was covering the whole Mr. Beast drama is that everybody agrees.
Yeah, I think Mutahar kind of had a good point there, what he was saying. How it's okay. He was saying it's okay that it's AI made, but it's how you do it. If it's just a complete copy and paste,
Yeah, but if we start getting into this question about ethics, we'll get back to that question. Well, we can't have cell phones because they're made in sweatshops. We can't have this product because it was made by slave labor. We start having all these, what is ethical at this point?
I don't see a reason.
We can't kill the animal because then a life is taken to eat.
Point.
I mean, we start getting to.
Like I said, the best example of this is Nero.
Yeah.
read that bro was absolutely
I bet you in the next year or two, you're going to see a bunch more of these companies making AI like VTubers that make no sense. They're going to try to copy Neuro, but they're not going to be as good.
soulless. Especially those thumbnails of him like creepily smiling. It just seems like he's on this never-ending quest to get bigger and bigger and grow his brand, make more money, and there's just no substance to it, no soul. And if you followed the saga, you obviously know this is like the least of the bad shit he's done. Then he talks about who this tool is actually meant for, because it's definitely not small creators.
Yeah.
The kind of tool that Mr. Beast is creating, let's be completely real, is not meant for the up-and-coming creator. It's meant for the channel that likes to throw out 10 uploads a day and find out the absolute cheat code methods to virality, right? But as long as they get that one video that's pulling out like 10 million views, that's all that really matters, right? That's the kind of market that it seems Mr. Beast is really headed out to.
Here's a good thing. Here's a good question, though. Or a good statement or whatever. The thumbnail pulls someone in. They're not forced to stay and watch your video just because of the thumbnail. They actually have to like your content.
And also, do you remember about 10 years ago the clickbait thumbnails where they were borderline hentai or something?
Yeah.
That was a thing that happened about 10 years ago on YouTube, and I think it slowly faded away, or it evolved.
Booby, 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 booby.
Not the actual creator that wants to create a
Like our
meaningful
thumbnail.
video that
I
people
made for this
remember for
one.
years down the road.
As sexy?
This is something that obviously is designed
Yeah,
to
they make a
maximize
fire on your ass.
CTRs and maximize these numbers. This guy seems like YouTube for him is like an EVE Online player, okay? It's not about exploring space or anything. It's about firing up spreadsheets at this point. And that's really the kind of vibe that I get that feels like the kind of creator that they're going for. I really do feel like, again, the primary market for this is obviously the
Oh, look at the business plan. By the way, for the record, I was looking at ChatGPT. I am going to have trouble saying that every time. The upper level was like $20 a month, and then the higher end was $200 a month
For what?
on ChatGPT. I thought about trying the $20 thing just to see how it goes for just a month.
Even though the free stuff seems just fine.
Yeah.
business enterprise model, right? Just to sell this to like big companies like Amazon or Pepsi or any of these big conglomerates, to sell them the secret sauce for virality in the online space.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why he said it's for the
That's
average
disgusting.
creator. Nobody wants anything to do with the shit, and nobody wants to shell out $80 a month for it. It's just a scummy way to profit off others' hard work without actually paying them. And Muda is totally right when he says that this tool is for giant companies and soulless individuals who just want to do a get-rich-quick. They want to get on YouTube, post a billion videos quickly with AI thumbnails and AI content, get their bag, and just leave. They are absolutely going to exploit.
Okay, I got a question. Is this thing that Mr. Beast is selling, it makes AI content too, or is it just thumbnails?
Just thumbnail.
Because, again, what Morepegasus is saying, it's not really vibing with me, you know?
Yeah.
The only real thing I'm hating right now with the Mr. Beast thing is he's selling something that's free.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm shitting on. Is like, this already exists. It's been out already. Mm-hmm. Hell, Kirsha even uses AI to make her thumbnails. Mm-hmm. But it's like...
But, like with our thumbnails and stuff, another shady thing about Mr. Beast's thing is it's saying that it's just going to take an image and then splice one thing to change it, and it's like the exact same as someone else's. That I can see as being shady.
This, and the average creator is going to suffer who actually wants to put in some work and make something creative from the, you know, human spirit or whatever. Then he talks about the legality of this tool, because you are essentially just stealing.
How
Point.
legal this is, or not legal is the best term, but how allowed this is from YouTube's perspective when you look into their TOS. Using any automated means such as robots, botnets, or scrapers, except A, in the case of public search engines, which ViewStats is not a public search engine from my understanding, in accordance with YouTube's robots.txt file. So, you know, the TXT file in any website that tells you how scrapers should work, what they can use, what they can avoid. And of course, with YouTube's prior written permission. So I don't know if YouTube gave him necessary permission for it, because YouTube does train a lot of its engines, or Google trains itself on YouTube.
Right, so the problem with expecting YouTube or Google to moderate this is the fact that they themselves participate in this type of shit. If you didn't know, Google is also advancing AI at an alarming rate, and it is just scary.
We have another video talking about PewDiePie talks about Google. We should watch that one next.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and call it here for this?
Yeah. Because
at this point, I feel like he's just saying the same things over and over again. No offense. Well, thank you for joining us for this video. I guess check out more Pegasuses if you want to finish this. Thank you. Bye. Let's go. Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss.